Are you always coming up with ideas? Do you marvel at successful business owners? Do you hate being told what to do? Ever take things apart just to see how they work? Are you a dreamer? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, this podcast is for you. Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Tapes and Specialties is the world leader in tape manufacturing and specialty conversion with over 40 years of experience. In addition to our pro brand of high-quality specialty adhesive tapes, we provide contract converting services that help improve your profitability, streamline your supply chain, and reduce inventory cost. We offer the most complete range of converting capabilities in the industry, such as cloth tape, double-coated tape, specialty tape, paper tape, masking tape, vinyl tape,
carton sealing tape, adhesive transfer tape, duct tape, foam tape, electrical tape, filament tape, foil tape, reflective tape.
And the tape just keeps on rolling. Visit us online today at www.protapes.com or call us at 800-345-0234. Pro Tapes, it's just how we roll.
Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Entrepreneur Enclave, Life's Coming Attraction. Man, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I am your host, Kevin Wortham, and I've got my dear brother, Norwood Young, on the phone. Good morning, good evening. How are you, sir?
Good morning, good evening, and all that stuff. I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am doing well, man. So I guess before we were trying to connect, we were trying to talk about the hour difference. So it's a 12-hour difference, and we're having this conversation, and you're in Bangkok, Thailand, correct?
That's it. Yep.
Now, so let's start.
Yep.
Let's start with that part first. How did you get there, brother?
How did I get to Bangkok, Thailand?
Yeah. What?
Is that what you're asking me?
Yes. What brought you there?
I guess we have to deal with the fact that I have an insanity gene in my spirit. So let's start there.
Okay.
Right? Because this is really true. Because it takes a crazy person, slightly insane, to end up in a place that you've never visited, never heard of, never been to. So what I did know is what the big picture was.
Yes.
And the big picture was that I was not going to live in the United States anymore.
Wow.
And being exposed to, that was the big picture.
Okay.
Because from a very young age, I've been exposed to the world.
Yes.
God created this big old world, and it did not, it's just not exclusive to the United States,
Okay.
So being that I've been exposed from a young age and know how I should be treated and deserve to be treated, United States is like the last on my list. So when the Orange Man was in office, and I was in China at the time,
yes,
I decided that I no longer wanted to live in the United States at all. You're talking about being able to walk down the street and people love you, as opposed to you being in fear of walking down the street, not knowing if you're going to get back home. I couldn't live the rest of my life like that. So I was in China doing a residency, and a friend of mine, female, who was there as well, said, because we actually were working together.
Yes.
We were working together in hopes to put a show on together, a duet show.
Yes.
So in order for us to get the material together, we needed to have it on film. So she was doing a residency, and I was actually coming to do my residency at the same club 2 weeks later. So I flew into China 2 weeks earlier so that I could bogart on her gig and we could film it and have something to shop around. So in the process, I said to her, well, you know what? I am giving up LA. I'm giving up America. I do not want to go back there. So let's move to Hong Kong, because she and I both had been to Hong Kong previously, Hong Kong is amazing.
Yes.
Also, but Hong Kong is one of the most expensive places to live in the entire world.
More expensive than New York or LA?
Oh, triple.
What?
Triple. Are you kidding? Triple.
Wow.
Oh, triple. Yeah. Triple. you spend, all right, so for maybe 50 square feet, you spend $500. So if you're talking about an efficiency apartment, you're spending $2,000 for an efficiency easily, maybe $5,000 easily.
Wow.
But the deal, but the deal was is that when you're on the road, right? When you're hired to go have residencies in different countries or what have you,
yes,
the client pays for everything from your food to your cleaning to your transportation to every and your living and your apartment or what have you, your hotel suite or what have you.
yes.
So basically, you go, you make your money, and you put it in the mattress. I don't trust foreign banks.
Understood.
So you put your money under the mattress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the old folks, you put your money under the mattress. So you just collect the mattress, collect the money.
Absolutely.
But when it came down to actually uprooting and moving somewhere else, that means we're responsible for paying the rent and this, that, and the other.
Absolutely.
So, make a long story shorter, Hong Kong was not even after I did the research and hired some real estate agents and this, that, and the other. Hong Kong was out of the question. It was just not even possible because now we're paying for everything. So she says to me, "Well, Norwood, I went to Bangkok and there's no Norwood Young there. There's no black celebrity, any kind of anything over there, male, doing anything.
Yes.
So you would be by yourself." So I'm like, wow, okay, that's really high, you know.
Wow.
So she says, "Well, I'll meet you there and show you around and blah 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 blah." So I went back to L.A., sold everything in L.A. and stayed with my mom for a month in New Jersey.
Yes.
While I found a condo online and this, that, and the other. Got my condo online. Never been here, ever visited. The only downside is that I was told it was hot. Now, I never like the heat.
Yeah.
Right. And it is average 95 a day. Average. The winter months here have been our 80 degrees. Yeah, that's the winter.
Wow.
That's the winter. And that's the winter. And I've since gotten used to it.
Yes.
So I got here, but when I got here, man, it was like, why didn't I get here sooner?
Yes.
Outside of the heat, which I've become accustomed to, I couldn't have made a better choice. You know,
Okay.
so to answer your question, just because I was insane, did not want to go back to the United States.
Yes.
And that's how I ended up here. Because the deal, I just think in life, if you don't take a chance, you never know if you're going to win.
Very true.
You know what I mean? So I
true.
chose to take the chance, man. And I'm happier than ever. You know? Yeah.
Wow.
But that's how I ended up in Bangkok. Yeah.
Insanity is
So now-
producing great creativity as far as you're concerned. Wow, Now,
without a doubt. Go ahead.
So Norwood, now, when you say that you are a black celebrity over there, have you seen any other African Americans or black folks there?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. But when I was saying that is, all right, so for instance, there are no Grammy nominated or otherwise artists here.
Understood.
Now, they tell me that 15 or 20 years ago, bands used to come here and this, that, and the other, but they had things called coups here.
Okay.
And something politically went down. They stopped the entertainment from America coming here. And I heard that it's slightly coming back.
Okay.
But I mind my business. I'm sure that every country has its own stuff, like America has its own stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't involve myself in their stuff. I mind my business, sing my song, and go home. So I don't know nothing about the crap that they go through.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had my place in America. I ain't trying to deal with nobody else's stuff. You know?
Yeah.
But when you the irony is when you're from America and you go to other countries,
Yes.
they think America is the end all be all.
Okay.
So it's like, what? American singer, has made records in here in Bangkok? Get out of here. So it's like here, I can't even describe it.
Wow.
I can't even describe it.
Wow.
And I try to tell myself every day, Norwood Young, you do not believe this hype over here. Don't believe. I try to keep myself humble.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
No,
crazy.
for real.
Man,
So
I am.
it's like,
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. This is your platform. Go ahead.
no. Well, unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but unfortunately, fear or otherwise, and everybody can't be as insane as I am. But there is so much opportunity in this world where we are appreciated and loved.
Yes.
Listen, people will follow me down the street,
Yes.
right? Just because I'm a black man,
Okay.
and because they've only seen us on television or what have you.
Okay.
And when try to have a conversation and they don't even speak your language just because they are so enamored.
Wow.
Now, we are so conditioned. We are so conditioned because of being American that our first instinct is, what you staring at? Or why did that? You know, and it's nothing like that at all. It's it's crazy. I can't even describe it, man.
Wow.
And let's not even talk about the cost of living.
Wow. Yeah, but I mean, you're in residency, so a lot of that is taken care of. But for the average person, that's going to be a challenge, correct?
Well, see, I'm in residency, but yes, I'm in residency, but because this is my new home,
Okay.
excuse me, my new home, I pay for everything and this and the other. But again, the cost of living is ridiculous.
Okay.
Compared to, like, ridiculous, comparatively speaking, you know. So unfortunately, we're so conditioned to not get out of our comfort zone.
Yes.
But I guarantee, my next goals within the next 5 years are to bring one beautician here, one barber here, because there are, to answer your question, yes, there's a population of black people and Africans here.
Yes.
Not many,
Yeah.
but enough to make people millions. And the other side of it is they love our culture so much till it's like ridiculous. But they only mimic what they see.
Understood.
You see what I'm saying?
Understood.
So I'm in the process of opening up Hollywood Soul Supper Club. My brand, I've created a brand, and it's Hollywood Soul.
Yes.
So the name of my band is the Hollywood Soul Band.
Yes.
So it's Norwood Young and the Hollywood Soul Band, and they go crazy for it because there's no authentic soul. Like they try to mimic it, and they try to, but in terms of authentic, it don't exist outside of me. And I ain't never been nowhere. I haven't. Let me be grammatically correct on the Kevin Worden show.
No, stop
I have
that.
never been. Because I started to say I ain't never been. No,
it's all
I
right,
have
brother.
never been anywhere. All right, then I'm gonna say I ain't never been.
Yes.
The only one. Nowhere.
Yeah.
Like zero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what?
Yeah.
But if there was one barber or one beautician or one anything that we have that we can call our own, millions of dollars could be made.
Wow.
Millions of dollars.
Now speaking of you being the one, the only, how did you assemble your band? Where are they from?
Woo! Oh my God. Well, see, I'm listen, God never steers me wrong. You got 100%, or she has a 100% track record with me. Never let me down.
Understood.
So it has been a journey.
Yes.
It has been a journey and continues to be. However, all right, so let me tell you, when I first came here, I met up with a couple high society folks here, and dukes and lords, and like real stuff. So they told me about this particular place here that I should go with my brand and whatever.
Okay.
And there's a place called Maggie Choo.
Okay.
So I called Maggie Choo's because I'm now trying to change gears because now I'm on my own. So there's no manager who is tied into any clubs here or anything like that to do this. So I'm doing all this stuff on my own. So I get in contact with this place, and the manager, they call it food and beverage managers here, who run the places, picked up the phone, and I tell her who I am and blah, blah, blah. And she says to me, oh, my God, you're not the Norwood Young that had the house in Los Angeles. I know who you are.
Okay.
I said, okay, God, you better start showing up right now.
Yeah.
Shoot. So all the way in Bangkok, are you kidding me? At where I'm supposed to be?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. So I went in and I met with her. She's like, oh, my God, it's a no-brainer. She says, but right now, we have our bands under contract and blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. 3 days later, I get a call saying, we fired one of the bands. Can you put something together for us? I said, by when? She says, oh, by blah. By 7 o'clock. When? Tonight? Yeah, tonight.
Got you. Yeah.
So you got to know, I know nobody.
Yeah.
But you know what I said, though, right?
I can do it.
You know what I said, though, right?
Absolutely.
I said, of course I can.
Absolutely.
Of course I can.
Yes.
Baby, let me tell you something. I called everybody that I knew, and I had a band together that night, and the great, because here's the deal: everybody knows a certain amount of jazz standards.
Yes.
You can get, I can funk the crap out of it if y'all just give me something to work with. So bottom line is, I had a band in 5 hours, and the rest is history. The girl, Tina, who hired me,
yes,
is now my business partner, because I also have something called Hollywood Super Soul Sunday brunches here that go on once a month. He's now my partner in that, and my partner in my club that I'm about to open. So it's just what God has for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it was crazy. So to answer your question about the band, it's challenging because there are great Thai musicians here,
yes,
Thai jazz musicians and others who are great and great on paper. However, as you know, when soul music and R&B music is involved, we're about the feeling.
Yes.
You know, it's about a feeling. It's about an emotion.
Yes.
And emotion is not written on paper. So they're great musicians and they read on paper.
Yes.
So I tell my musicians from jump, I'm crazy, and y'all got 1 week to be on that paper, and for the rest of that, you can. So in my rehearsals, I turn the lights out. So y'all, I'm getting ready to cuss. Y'all fools got to feel.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
And we can't see the sheet music. I said, no. You don't need a sheet music. And Stevie Wonder ain't never had them. Work it out.
Yeah, true that. Oh, man.
You know?
Yeah.
So my reputation is he's the one that makes you feel.
Yes.
And so now, for the first time in almost 3 years that I've been here, I got this band that's like ridiculous. But ironic thing with that is only one of them is tied.
Wow.
One of them is tied. It's turning out to be amazing. Yeah.
Wow. That's, man,
yep.
You are living your best life, brother. I am going to wish you nothing but continued success. But what I want to do now is thanks for sharing like an update now, but let's talk about how it all began, right? Here in Ewing Township, here in Trenton, New Jersey, here in Mercer County. Let's talk about how that all began. When did you know that you were gifted, you were talented, you were blessed with this creative musical talent, spirit, geniusness?
I knew at 6 years old.
Wow. Okay.
Here's the deal. I knew at 6 years old. My mom, who's the minister of music,
yes,
was the minister of music at the church way back then.
Okay.
Gave me a lead to sing in the choir.
Yes.
And because, you know, she knew that I had ability or whatever, so I sang the lead. And I just knew that I could sing, and that was that. However, what bit me and made me want to do this is when I started singing, and these grown-ass women was jumping up and down, and them tits going, and the hat and the wig flying.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute. And then when I found out many years later, when I was 13 or 14, that I could get paid to do it, no plan B. No plan B.
Gotcha.
So I got bitten. I got bitten at 6.
Wow.
And then it was just church and plays and this and the other. And I had never had the concept of it being my career. I mean, I knew there were singers and this and the other, but I never knew it was a real path for me or that I wanted it to be my path until my early teens. I started I got my first deal like at 15.
Okay.
Right? But even then, it was just about the singing and not the entertaining, which are two different things. You know what I mean? So, my dad.
Let me stop you for a second, Norwood.
Go ahead.
You said there's a difference between singing and entertaining. Tell me the difference, because I want to know that. Tell me the difference.
Okay. There are amazing singers.
Yes.
Who will bore you to tears if you see them live.
Got you. Okay.
Right?
Got you.
Which is fine if that's all you require.
Got you.
But the heavy hitter, and I was explaining this in a meeting today. there's a difference between if you just want to go and say, "Oh, that was a great time," versus having an experience and something that lingers forever.
Understood.
That experience that lingers forever is because you were properly entertained.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yes.
So properly entertained for me means a connection with your audience feeling things. You not looking like everybody in your audience. Now, I am not knocking anybody who feels comfortable with jeans and t-shirt on stage. That's not my get down.
Gotcha.
My theory is when I'm going to see somebody in show business, part of the business is the show.
Yes.
And the show is separating yourself and taking somebody into another kind of world when they're in there to put them two out.
Yes.
So that's illusion, that's sound, and that's entertainment.
Yes.
For instance, Diana Ross is not one of the best singers in the world, but she entertains the hell out of a situation.
Yes.
Mary J. Blige is not the best singer in the world, but she feels it's an experience.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So that, you feel me?
Yeah.
And there are some singers that I absolutely love that bore me to tears on stage. I'm not going to say any names, people, Bryson, but yeah.
Got you. Got you. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So going to see these artists, they satisfied my ear, but not my whole thing.
Yes.
So I always strove. My father taught me that you got to talk to your audience and make them be a part of it.
Yes.
You know, so that is there is a definite difference between a singer and an entertainer and a performer.
Now, if I understand correctly, you went to Notre Dame High School, right?
Sure did.
Okay, yeah.
Sure did.
Okay,
Yep.
I thought so because I came out of Notre Dame in '83. So wow, yeah. Okay, that's fantastic, man. That's awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Alumni. All right. So
Yep.
so here you
Well,
are.
well, here's the deal.
Go ahead, Norwood. Yeah.
So I went from Notre Dame until my last year.
Okay.
Because I got my record deal prior to that. So I was able to transfer my credits from Notre Dame so I could record my first album in my senior year at Ewing. And Ewing, I only went to homeroom because they had what's called a work-study program.
Yeah.
Right? So and Notre Dame wasn't having it. So and I was like not missing out on my dream. That was not happening.
Understood.
You know, for me to have that first deal, I would have dropped out of high school before. So that was the only other option. Go to Ewing or drop out.
Gotcha.
I wasn't having it.
Okay.
In which case, my mother and father would have put me out, and then I would have been homeless, but I would have had a record deal.
Yeah. Wow.
You know. Yeah.
So you get your first record deal. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So you get your.
No, I was just going to interject and go off script for a minute.
Yeah.
You had Vi Higginson on your show.
Yes.
A couple weeks ago.
Yes.
You know, I started Mama I Want to Sing Part 2.
Get out of here.
With Vi.
What?
And Ken, yeah. So there was Mama I Want to Sing Part 1.
Okay.
And then I started in Part 2. And we traveled and this and the other, and I was called the Ponytail Preacher.
The
Ponytail Preacher. It was a crazy experience.
Wow. You know, she's got a reunion. She's got a reunion coming up of Mama I Want to Sing.
I heard that on your show.
Yeah. Are you thinking about coming back for that?
Well, first of all, I wasn't invited.
Okay.
And she might still no, and no shade at all. We love each other without a doubt.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited. I didn't know, and even if so, depending on when it is, I have so many responsibilities that I have to probably be virtual because I don't plan on coming back home until November through January.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I may.
Yeah, but that was an amazing.
I'll put you in touch with each other through a quick text message. You know how we text back and forth. I would do it. Yeah, I would do it. Say, yo, Vi, my man Norwood, I was just in contact, so he's ready to rock and roll. Yeah.
Now listen, if tell me, and we'll get back to this. Tell me who Vi Higginson sounds like. Who are speaking voices like? Have you thought about that yet? All right. Have you noticed that her speaking voice is familiar to you?
No, I haven't. Well, I don't have a good ear anyway, Norwood. So,
all right. So, here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to go listen to some verbals of Diane Carroll and listen to Vi Higginson. It's scary.
Okay.
They sound exactly alike when they speak. It's scary.
All right.
I told her that before, and it's nuts. She never thought about it. Sound just alike.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. Wow. No, this is good, man. So you make this choice. You either stay at Notre Dame or you do the record deal and you go to Ewing High, and the rest is the beginning of history, right? So let me ask this question, because I often ask a lot of people this. Why is it such a challenge for us to keep talent here in the Trenton, Ewing, Mercer County area? Why is it such a challenge?
Because the Trenton area is small-minded in investing in that talent.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So when New York and Philadelphia and D.C. are so close, it's the easy escape to get the exposure and this, that, and the other. However, Trenton had the capacity to do big things, and now many years later, I think it's believing in what it has to offer.
Got you.
Because they see everything that's come from.
Got you. Now,
you know,
when you were in high school, did you take acting or music or play those type of courses or classes?
Well, no, there were no courses.
Okay.
However, when I was in Notre Dame, one of my largest musical influences, and I talked to him maybe 2 years ago, was music teacher and the theater teacher named Richard Lopeman. And Richard Lopeman is you remember Mr. Lopeman?
I remember him, yes.
From Notre Dame?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. That is when I first started taking vocal coaching.
Okay.
Which is why I don't get hoarse or anything to this day because of him.
Yes.
And then I did the theater stuff at Notre Dame, not at Ewing, of course, because I wasn't going up to the homeroom.
Yeah.
But I was in that whole situation now. There was a little, what I think is a little racism that went on in there, but there was a talent show, which is why I won't do any competition. Okay. So to this day. And I did a duet with a white girl named, I'll never forget, Michelle Arpaggio was her last name.
Okay.
No, Michelle Arbitel. Arbitel was her last name. And she sounded like Barbara Streisand, and we did this duet, blah, 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 blah. So they gave me an award with her.
Yes.
But in the first place came her, and I got a dental patient she did. But they gave it to her, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Do I sound bitter? I'm a little bitter. All these years later, I'm a little bitter. All right.
Because I think I played football with her brother, John Arbitel. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we spill a little bit of tea this morning, this afternoon, evening, whatever.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to therapy.
Yeah. Now the other part is, I was talking, I guess, to your nephew, Tony Jackson.
My cousin.
Your cousin, thank you. And his episode is going to be dropping next Wednesday because he's doing an entrepreneurial forum here in Trenton, and we talk about the same thing. So here's my next question, man. Your family has been blessed with God-given talent, right? How do we encourage other families? How do we encourage other folks? What does the community have to do to encourage folks to be and to reach your highest potential? What do we have to do?
Good question. I just think that I don't think that the conversation or the narrative should be or can't be done because of what percentages show or statistics show.
Okay.
I think the narrative has to be go live your dream, no matter what that is or where that is.
Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? Because what happened, and my mother, excuse me, my mother was guilty of it too. My mom wanted me to be and she was a research scientist who started out as a singer with a deal.
Yeah, okay.
And turned it down. Columbia turned it down to be a research scientist. So she decided she wanted me to be a dentist. Good luck with that.
Yeah. I can't even imagine that now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, are you kidding? I couldn't imagine it then. However, my father was so supportive. Like I said, he was my first manager. He used to sneak me out in the car at 3 and 4 in the morning to hear this new music, which was actually doo-wop crap from the 50s.
Yeah.
But he was really, really, really supportive.
Okay.
So I just think that it's important to support our kids and support whatever the dreams are.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like my cousin, my other cousin, and I guess Tony will talk about him too, is Adam Blackstone.
Oh, yes.
Adam, so you know Adam. Adam is like now doing the Oscars.
Yes.
He's the musical director for the Oscars. He's the musical director for the Super Bowl. He does that. And he's my writing partner and co-produced, produced.
Okay.
Co 90% of my stuff.
Wow.
Because, actually, I just hit Adam up next week because I am celebrating my 40th year in music.
Oh, right. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God. But yeah, it's been, and I've been lying. Listen, I've been lying for years, and I've been in the business 30 years. 3 weeks ago, I went online to find. 3 weeks ago, I went online to find some old stuff because I want to put a compilation of all my stuff together. Yeah. And I looked at the date. And I said, "Oh my God, that's almost 40 years ago." That was lying to the people.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
So I hit Adam up and I said to Adam, "Listen, man, I want to do such and such."
Yes.
And I knew what he was going to say, but because of where Adam is in his career, and that he's A-list now. Forget it.
Yeah.
Man, because his mother, his father's also musical, but because again his parents were supportive of the dream and never told him what statistics are. He is who he is.
Yes.
So I hit up and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna need that." I said, "I know. Tell me what the budget is and blah blah blah." And Adam's thing is like, "Negro, you know doggone well I have the dream that I have because of what you showed me, and I ain't charging you nothing."
Wow.
That's the thing that needs to happen.
Wow. Got you.
You see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got you.
And vice versa. So to answer your question, what needs to happen is we need to be supportive. But the other side of it too, Kevin, is I don't know if you remember, but remember back in the day, Trenton had a conservatory of music.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. What was? Yeah.
It was West State Street.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Trenton Conservatory of Music.
Yeah.
Those things are lacking.
Got you.
Those things are lacking. So that's why they go to Philly. That's why they go, because it's not there.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? That there's no reason why people shouldn't actually be coming from other places to Trenton.
Yes.
Because you got the talent there, got the studio there. I don't know. All I know is when I was growing up, it wasn't there. So I was out.
Yeah. But what we need though, we need people like you to constantly keep pouring back into Trenton, you know, this new narrative of what could be, because you came out of such, you know, that's all.
Oh yeah.
You know? So
yeah. So
here you are, you got your first record deal. When do you feel like you are on the right path, man? Cuz I lose touch with you a few years, and then the next thing I know, you're with Pieces of a Dream, and that's when you're really starting to blow up, right? When you came on with Pieces of a Dream, right?
Well, to Black America.
Okay.
So white America, I hit when I did Star Search.
Okay. I don't even remember that one.
So white America knew me from Star Search.
Okay.
Black America knew me from Star Search too, but Pieces of a Dream.
Okay.
But the thing is, I danced between here and Europe and this and the other all my entire career.
Okay.
You know, at 16, I was in Lima, Peru doing it.
Okay.
You know, so I never stayed in America long enough or consistently enough to do the American thing.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why the stuff seems so sporadic. And then I was doing Broadway, and then I was doing, man, I'm all over the place. I told you I'm insane.
That's okay though, brother. We're tracking you now. We're tracking you now.
Yeah, and then I moved to LA for 20 years.
Okay.
Did the house thing and the blah blah blah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were in LA, that was like another level of you coming up to the, you know, because you did the house thing. You had a couple of I don't know what you wouldn't call them, those reality TV shows, right? And I would watch that.
Reality.
Huh? What'd you say?
No, go ahead.
No, I said you had a couple of reality shows, and I would periodically watch you, and I was just cheering, you know, for Trenton, Mercer County, Ewing Township, because I'm like, this is all right, this is good stuff, man. So, and you're right, and
with me being all over the place, when I did my music thing, and it was great all over the world, and when I moved to LA, when I bought the mansion and this and the other and blah blah blah, is when I garnered all of my friends, or a lot of my friends, who happen to be celebrities, black celebrities, you know, A-list celebrities. So the problem with that is, and I wrote about it in my book and in the cover of the LA Times story, whatever. So what I'm sharing is public knowledge. Is that for a few years, because I am a serious businessman. So I was figuring, okay, I got this house worth millions of dollars and these fabulous cars in the parking lot. So, and now it's a bona fide tourist attraction, the house is, because the tour buses ride by and I get money from the tour companies every month. But now, because I'm this society Negro, I can parlay this into my music career. So when the album comes out, they'll be like, bam, bam, bam. So this is my plan.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. When the interviews would come up, and my assistant would say, you got this interview, got that interview, So I'm thinking, yes, I'm going to parlay my music, and I have my studio built in my house, and blah, blah, blah. Negro, I tell them about the music and just I'm collaborating with, and I'll never forget, I was recording with Jennifer Holiday, and we were doing, and I was putting this out and whatever. And when the article came out, I'm on the front cover of this magazine now, LA City Peak.
Yes.
Which is actually the magazine that gave me the honor of the King of Hancock Park. That's a whole nother story in LA. Yeah, I'm telling you, I did it. So I'm the King of Hancock Park. Look it up. So, the bottom of the art, so it talks about the house, the rooms, and then the bottom sentence says, look out for new music, something next year. That right there.
Wow.
Made me sell my house, made me sell my Bentleys, made me sell everything to get back to my music. That's a whole other situation. So I said all that to say, I was not just in music, I was in television, a little bit of film, and this and the other. So I garnered friends and fan bases on every level. Those who, you know, the reality world, just all over the place. However, because I'm not limited, I'm invited and loved in different worlds.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So which is a upside and a downside, you know, but it is what it is. And I have zero regrets about it. But I can call somebody from the film world. Yes. Call somebody from the musical whenever I need something, or vice versa. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Wow,
yep.
Man.
Yeah.
We were, and I still cheer you on, man, because I am just so proud of you, so excited for this journey that you're on, man. And so as I was saying to Tony, is we need to somehow tap into that, because what would it look like if we've had all these people who were born and came out of the Trenton Ewing area, if they would just come back, or if the city could recognize your talent and your contribution, man, we would have so many young folks just naturally being positive and creative and saying, you know, I want to be like so-and-so. And, you know, so maybe we need to do a day where we honor folks like you, you know, so they know that. Yeah.
Well, let me say, this has always been a thought of mine, but I just don't know how scheduled to happen, because I talk to some more all the time. Yes. Comedians some more. David Tobin, who's in Germany. Yes. There are quite a bit of us that I think if we should do an event, we should do a benefit, we get together. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And or even a 2-day situation where it ends with an event. Yes. Where we can mentor youth that are trying to come up in this game. Yes. You know, I think that would be great.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. I totally agree.
When this podcast drops, I'm gonna tag the mayor in it, and the mayor may call you so we get working on this, man. We've got to do this, because you know they say that creativity is going to save us, and we need to be recognizing those, you know, celebrities, luminaries that have gone on before us to say this is how you do it, right? So speaking about that, right?
Yep.
What advice would you give a young person who's trying to get into the industry? What advice would you give him or her?
Well, trying to get in the industry is a feat within itself.
Okay.
So it's really hard to try.
Okay.
And like my situation just happened universe, and I think that everybody's situation can only happen when you put it out there. And when I say put it out there, pray on it and put it in the universe, because the days of being discovered are rare.
Okay.
Right? So I think the advice that I would give is to own your craft, develop it, and put it out there, because you have social media today.
Yes.
You know, when I was breaking into the industry, thank God I had somebody that discovered me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that parlayed into something else. And my advice would be to create situations for yourself.
Okay.
Whatever that is. If that is even standing on Olden Avenue, singing with a microphone or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to, you have to create situations for yourself that are unique.
Yes.
Because now everything is about shock value and standing out. So you got to create something for yourself, because it's not going to fall into your lap.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever that is, if that is doing something on social media every day, like I said, if it's going on North Olden Avenue and you know with your amplifier and just singing, you got to do something.
Got you. Now,
you know.
Now
yeah.
Now my next question is, what do you think of the musical talent that's coming out now versus when you were coming along? Do you think a lot of it's real or a lot of it's like studio? Because I've heard some people live, like performance, and I'm like, man, you stink. You can't sing, but I know they sound good in the studio. So, what do you think about that? Today's artists versus artists your time.
Well, quite frankly,
yes,
we had artists when I was coming up.
Yes.
These people today are not. A lot of them are not artists.
Understood.
So you can only be an art. You only have something to give when you're an artist.
Yes.
I'm not taking anything away from rappers.
Yes.
But everybody who can rap is not an artist. That's a person who can rap.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So those who rap from real experience and those who talk from real experience, because it comes from a place of passion, is an artist.
Yes.
Right? So what's going on today is, if you look a certain way and there's a catchy hook, let's put that out. That does not make you an artist.
Yes.
Right? So today's music versus yesterday's music is first of all, let me say this. I think that it's coming full circle, and that slowly but surely real music coming back, or is back.
Okay.
Real music meaning music that makes you feel, music that tells stories.
Yes.
Music that, because here's the deal, Kevin, we have shock valued ourselves out. We can't see no more titties. I'm sorry for saying that on your show.
You good, man.
We can't see no more boobs.
Yeah.
We can't see no more twerking.
Yes.
All the shock value is gone. What else can you do?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm no longer shocked because you use the F bomb.
Yes.
Well, I'm no WAP. Wet ass use WAP. Really? Yes. Catchy.
Yes.
I hate myself because I was singing the song. I hate myself because it's brainwashing. But it's shock value. So that you got the girls kissing on stage, you got the dudes doing whatever, the dudes walking around in pumps. There's no more shock value.
Yeah.
So it has to rely on what was real. So you got your Lettuces and you got your Jasmine Sullivans and you got your Norwood Youngs and you got the Sam Patterson and these people who are authentic.
Yes.
So I think it's going to get back to that, or it is getting back to that, because there's no place.
Yeah.
Listen, back in the day when we were growing up, you didn't have to look like what you have to look like now. You can, and I don't want to mention names. I don't want to. All right, let me go back because they did. You can look like Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And you sold records.
Yes.
And you sold out tours because of your talent,
Yes.
not because of how big your boobs were or how tiny your waist was
Yes.
or how many abs you had.
Yes.
And that, the culture is just different. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be separated between the men and the boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, like Travis Scott concerts. I definitely don't believe that this young man had anything to do with the situation that he just was under fire for.
Yeah.
However, when you condone fighting and you condone this, that, and the other, it's going to happen.
Yes.
Never in the history of an artist, a real artist, have we heard of murders and shootings and this and the other on the concerts. That's ludicrous. What the hell?
True. That's true. Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah. No.
When music was music, man, we never.
Yes.
So it's a weird place. So I think that for us to do this thing coming back home, I understand. Hopefully it would be a successful thing, but I don't know how many of the people that need to be touched by it would be because they're so brainwashed and other things. The other side of that is those who are worthy of that would be the ones who attended and took part of it. You know what I mean? Well,
again, I guess it would be twofold. One is to honor and to celebrate you, one, and then two, as you said earlier, to set the platform for you guys to serve as mentors, right? That this is possible.
For sure.
How do we mentally set your mind up for success, right? So yeah, but I agree.
Right. Well, yeah. Like for me, I like to honor and to celebrate. Thanks. That's great. But my goal is to give people permission to dream.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because what we're instilling, especially in the young black dudes, is fear. That's why I had to get out of here too.
Yes.
It's fear. You see, so fear. So when you're in fear, you're scared to dream.
Yes. Wow.
You see, so instilling in people's spirit that it's okay to dream and go for it.
Yes.
What you gonna do at the end of the day? If you're told no, that's fine. We've been told no all the time.
Yep.
Told no all the time, but that one yes is all you need.
Yes.
And there's no reason why anybody who aspires to have a dream that it can't be exploited. Not with social media.
Yeah.
Hell, for my 40th celebration, I'm starting a TikTok because that's where it is. And through that, I hope to inspire and encourage.
Yeah.
That you don't have to, grab your crotch. You don't have to, So my 40th celebration is not necessarily Instagram and Facebook, although it'll be posted there, but it's TikTok.
Okay.
So they can see the journey to now and continue on from a positive standpoint.
Yes.
With no profanity and no, just about Stevie Wonder did it best. Stevie Wonder did it best because every song told a story. All you have to do is close your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah. You can feel it.
You know?
I got you. Yeah. And it's so funny. Speaking of Stevie Wonder, think about this, Norwood. Same with some of your music as well, right? 20 years from now,
yes.
Right, you can sit back and still feel that music, right? Feel what kind of emotions are emoting from you versus, if you're listening to some rap music or some of the music of today, I mean, what emotions are, what kind of feeling is it going to cause you to
None.
feel? None. Exactly.
None.
Exactly.
Because, all right, Chris. A lot of the rap music and even some of the quote unquote R&B music today talks about the Gucci bag and the this, that, and the other stuff that's not even going to be relevant or prevalent.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you hear, I see us in the park, strolling the summer days of imaginings in my head. That's crazy.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That it never dies.
I thought you were going to keep singing, man. Go ahead. Come on, somebody. Come on.
But I just get excited when even now I do in my shows.
Yes.
It's like part of my duty to keep that legacy alive.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
it's my passion to keep it alive.
Now, 5 years from now, what is Norwood doing? Mm-hmm. 5 years from now.
5 years from now, I'll be franchising Hollywood Soul Supper Club and still recording.
Awesome. Franchising it back to the United States or in Thailand?
all over Southeast Asia and Dubai.
Wow.
Because yeah.
Okay.
The reality of it is I don't see myself living in the United States again.
Okay. Coming back to visit for
outside
sure.
of. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. However, the blessing is this.
Yes.
There's no soul food and no authentic soul music in any other place in the world but the United States.
Yes.
So I get to be the vessel and
Yes.
the catalyst for authentic soul food and soul music. So Hollywood Soul Supper Club is authentic soul, experience, music, and food and fashion.
Wow.
In America, that's on every other doggone block. So I'd be a poor motherfucker. Ooh,
Yeah,
excuse me.
come on, somebody. Listen, I want you to speak your truth, brother. So you good, man. We're not editing this out. We're not beeping this. You good, man. Let's just roll.
Listen, you already said my cousin's
Yeah.
interview is dropping. My cousin looks up to me. I can't be cousin. You know, he's 2 seconds away from a preacher. I got to try to be all right. But I would be broke trying to create this brand.
Yeah. You're forgiven, brother. You're forgiven. Okay, so speaking of that,
Thank
now,
you.
Are you importing like the chefs, or are you teaching those chefs there as to what you need in this culinary delicacy to be called, soul food?
Well, as of now, up until this point,
yes,
because of COVID and because of putting things in place,
yes,
I am hellified chef. Is your mom still alive?
Oh yes, she'll be 94 in April.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I don't want to just slap an old lady, but my food is so good. You slap me.
That's all right, and she might slap me back too. She's feisty.
Yeah, exactly. You just say, "Mom, I'm sorry. I know, but this food is so good."
Yeah.
But so I have been teaching the Thais how to cook soul food.
Get out of here! Wow.
And then I'm So for my soul food brunches, I have to teach them, and then I'm also vegan, so I have to teach them how to make vegan soul food on top of that.
No,
so it's
now my next question, Youngie, just hold on just a second. So, but are the food are there yams and collard greens there?
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes,
okay.
Yes, there are sweet potatoes here. So you have to make your sweet potatoes your yams. Basically, they're kind of the same thing.
Yes.
And then there are Chinese kale.
Okay.
Is nothing but a collard green.
Okay.
Because it's all about the season.
Got you.
It's all about the season.
Got you.
So everything it's crazy. I mean, it's nuts. So when the club opens, I am going to fly, a chef in, because I won't have time to do that when the club ends tomorrow.
Yes.
So I'm going to bring a chef in. But so hopefully that'll happen within the next 6 months.
Now,
believe it or not, Kevin,
yeah,
it's hard to find somebody who is willing to pick up and take a shot.
Yeah.
And which baffles me, but I guess comfort zone is like I say, I know I'm insane, so I said I'm out of here. But it's hard to find people willing to do that unless they're older and they say, okay, well, what else do I have to do? So those people, but yeah, it's hard.
Norwood, I got an idea for you, and I know you already thought about this, right? You being the businessman and the entertainer, right? And you say you're looking for a chef, right? Why don't you create a reality show where the winner would come and be the chef over in Thailand at your club?
Okay, that is brilliant. However, now think about the schematics of that. That would require me to move back home for 6 to 12 weeks.
No, we got
when I'm running a club here.
No, we got Zoom and we got the WhatsApp app, right? And you can just have a person here in the States, maybe in Trenton, maybe me, who can help you put the word.
That's true, man.
help you get the word out, right? And we can just start doing local promotions around New Jersey.
Well, here's the deal, though.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. All right, so when we're done this interview, we have to talk about that because it kind of coincides with the event we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Because maybe we find a second chance.
Yeah. Yeah. You put on
All right, let's talk about that.
You put on a series of cooking episodes or shows or contests or events, right? And I think between the two of us, we know enough people that can serve as judges, and we can, get someone from Mercer County Community College from the Culinary Arts program, and we go through a series of programs like that. And this is mindful of the Trenton, not the Trenton, it was called the Coors State Talent Search, right? Coors, they were anti-everything, and they had to do this big event. So they thought the best way to do this was to introduce this new beer called Coors Extra Gold, and at the same time, they were looking for local talent. And that's how, and so we went to different bars in the state promoting this beer, but also having these community talent shows. And I forgot I forgot the band, but that's how the band from Trenton won. I forgot the name of the band. Yeah, but I mean, we could do something similar and be it on a regional level, and the winner would have the expectation of traveling to Thailand to be your chef for say for 1 year for 18 months.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we figure out visa stuff. But here's the deal with that.
Yeah.
Because I produce stuff as well.
Yeah.
The way that would have to happen is we'd have to find people, prospective chefs, who are willing to come to Thailand, who have the credentials and this and the other, and then create an event.
Yep.
Where they do like a cook-off. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Some stuff, man. That's kind of hot.
Yeah, and listen, man, I know, we're both seasoned, so we know some folks in various industries, man. I'm an entrepreneur. We can pull this together, bro. You ain't saying nothing but a word. Yeah, but
that's smart. Let's think about that.
Right. And you're saying that Thailand is so welcoming. I may just come over with the winner.
Thailand is no joke. Not even joking. Bangkok is no joke.
Yeah, I may just come over with the winner. But listen,
let me tell you this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So let me say this. My phone bill and my cable bill.
Yes.
A month.
Yes.
$35. $35.
Wait. Combined. How so cheap?
Bangkok. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. What they like subsidize?
My water bill.
Yeah.
No, subsidized, nigga. I don't do no subsidized nothing. That's what it is.
No, but I'm saying, how is it so cheap though? Because over here, it'd be like $350 per.
That's because that's America. That's why.
But when I say subsidized, I mean, do the companies subsidize to keep the rates low? Do they give? That's all.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Wow. No. All right. Here's the deal. All right. Yeah. So my mom pays $65 to have her dog groomed.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
My dog groom is $11.
What? Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy. It's I can't describe.
Oh man. And so with your cable, you're getting like top-notch cable, top-notch cell service, but it's only $35 a month.
Yeah, and I have a fire stick on top of that.
Okay. Man, you are living the life, bro. That's all right. Man, cause
it's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can go broke in America, man. Because I'm just thinking about two of my bills.
Let me tell you something.
$600.
I'll tell you something. If you came to Thailand,
yes,
to visit for 2 weeks,
yes,
and you brought $500 in the money,
yes,
you're going home with $150 or more.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Are you serious?
I promise.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
I got one for you, Norwood. I'm really big into cigars. Are there any cigar lounges there?
Loads.
Okay.
I'm putting a cigar lounge in my club. That's how big. Yeah, huge.
What? Oh, come on.
Huge.
Yo, we're going to have to stay connected, bro, man. I got to get my passport together. Come on. Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Yep.
Listen,
Yep.
you told me to speak it into action, speak it into existence.
That's right.
I'm speaking it into existence. Heavenly Father, allow me to have the wherewithal to get to Thailand to hang out with Norwood and to help to bring some of these businesses to fruition. Come on, amen.
Let me ask you something. Are you married, Kevin?
I am not married. I am not married. It's just me and mom.
You bring a lot of condoms. That's all I can say.
That's all you can say.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And black too?
Yeah. With a goatee, I got a little beard goatee, a little silver in it. I'm okay. Yeah. Sugar daddy.
They
type.
will follow you from where you go, from where you started to where you finished.
Wow.
For real.
That's all right, man. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fantastic. Man, so now, so I am just having a blast, man. This is so delightful, man. I'm so excited for you. Now, so you being over there, you can just usher into this whole new entertainment complex of how you want things to be done, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, because here's the deal. Like I said, I'm the only authentic person in my niche. So I've created, in their brain, I've created a whole niche.
Got you.
Right? Because, like, for instance, the music scene here, in the clubs or whatever, like, they do, like, 3 or 4 sets and all that kind of crap.
Yes.
I'm from what I call the real world.
Yes.
So y'all get 2 1-hour shows out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's because I entertain, and I like to keep. I don't like to keep changing the energy.
Yes.
You understand? By getting off stage. So, excuse me. They think I invented like sliced bread. Like I said, in America, I'd be broke because ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
But here, everything is new.
Got you.
So everything, like I said, they've never had. Like, for instance, in Bangkok and Thailand, but Bangkok specifically, there's Chinese food, there's Mexican food, there's French food, there's Italian food. There's every type of food here but American soul food. None.
Okay.
So here, I'm creating this whole thing in your brains.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So it's yeah.
Wow.
It's thank you, God. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I was following you early on, and you had 2 chipmunks, right? Were they chipmunks?
You know what? Don't cuss at me. Hell no, they ain't chipmunks.
Okay, what were
They're called sugar gliders.
Okay, sugar gliders.
They're called sugar gliders.
Sugar gliders. How are they doing today?
I'm sitting here staring at them and trying to stop my dog while you were talking.
Okay.
From messing with them in their cage.
Yeah, okay.
Because
sugar gliders.
My dog is enamored by them, and they try to antagonize my dog because they know that my dog can't get into the cage, so they tease him. Yeah, they're great. They're like here's the deal. They the cutest all get out.
Yes, they are.
And they are from the marsupial family, so they're a kangaroo family.
Okay.
And some people they fly. They don't fly. They glide.
Yes.
And my sister Tanya tries to call them rodent.
Yeah.
Right. So, which I took offense to. So one of them died a long time ago, about a year ago.
Okay.
So I got another one, and I named him after her.
Yeah. Got you.
You don't cuss awful, but she cussed me after that one.
Yeah.
Come here, Tanya.
Yeah. Now, because you are coming from a entrepreneurial family, right? What what influence did that have on you, man?
Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I think that I was, believe it or not, I set off the entrepreneurial stuff in my family.
Okay.
Because not based on being an entrepreneur,
yes,
but based on doing whatever it is you love to do and making money from it, and not letting a corporation dictate the most amount of money you can make.
Yeah.
So, for instance, my mom was a research scientist for Johnson & Johnson.
Yes.
Right? But because she's a fashionista, because she has so many skills that she had, I talked her into leaving Johnson & Johnson and creating her own business.
Got you.
2 boutiques and 2 salons later.
Got you.
Right?
Yes. Okay, yes.
So my sister saw that. My dad, because I instilled that in my mom, so that my mom left, he left IBM and opened up a furniture business.
Got you. Okay.
You see, and meanwhile, because I believed in my dream and did whatever I needed to do and going all over the world, everybody realized, wait a minute.
Yes.
Right? He's on to something.
Yes.
So I think that I actually sparked that.
Okay. And
you know what I'm saying? At 15.
And I thought
now
it was
my
the other way
sister
around.
has,
Yeah. She has a boutique in Midtown Manhattan, correct?
Central Park.
Central Park. Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah.
And she, and there has never been any Afro American that has had a business there.
Yes.
Central Park resale, and it's crazy. The numbers are nuts.
Wow.
Because especially during these times when so it's high end resale.
Yes.
So it's all your diners down to racks is $15 and under. So
yes.
she is killing it.
Wow.
And my mom, of course, is killing it.
Yes.
With her boutique. And my mom, when I was home in November, because of COVID and this, that, and the other, I told my mom I wanted her to do an online show.
Yes.
Where she had some models in there and showed her garments and that and the other.
Yes.
Man, that thing is crazy. It's like it opened up a whole new world for her. So I went in when I was home.
Yes.
And did the first 3 shows. So now she's on every Friday selling stuff online, and it's bananas.
Wow.
It's bananas. Yeah. So I think I sparked not the entrepreneurial thing, but go after what you deserve. Yes. And don't let somebody dictate. Because, when you're working for corporate, if you're the president of the company, it still dictates the height of what you can ever make. Nope.
True. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Nah. I never bought into that notion. Okay. And I think that's also why I also ventured out into other stuff as well. Like, for instance, if I'm celebrating 40 years, I got another 20 to sing. So what after that? So it's actually called Norwood Young Hollywood Soul Supper Club. I have a legacy to leave. Yes. I ain't leaving it to nobody, but I have one.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. No. This is incredible, man. This is incredible. Wow. This is all right. Listen, with the time that we have left, is there anything else you just want to share with me, the listening audience? Because this is good, man. This is a great conversation.
Share with you the listening audience. Just basically, like I said, I'm putting together a compilation of my musical catalog I hate even saying. Well, no, I love saying it. Over the past 40 years, I was lying. I'm so sorry to people that I'm lying. I didn't know. Over the past 40 years, and visuals like my music videos from 40 years ago up to now. So it's going to be a musical journey on TikTok. So starting April 1st, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then my IG is just Norwood. My Facebook is Norwood Young.
Yes.
And just look out for stuff. And if you come to Thailand or on your way to Thailand, hit me up, and I'll make sure you don't regret your visit.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna talk offline about that, bro. All these ideas that we've got flowing. Yeah, because I've got some people that would love to explore those possibilities and make that a reality, right? Because there's great potential in that. Yeah. Norwood.
Okay, and don't forget to call Vi for me and tell Vi to hit me up.
Yeah, no. Once I finish with you, I'm going to do a group text so you guys will be connected.
Okay.
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 Because and then she,
Yep, that's
the way I text you, she can text you as well. I'll do it in the group text. But listen, man, listen. Let's stay connected. This has been fantastic. This has far exceeded my expectations, and you are my first.
Man.
Listen, you are my first international connection, brother. So thank you. You know, because listen, you know, so
I'm glad we did it, man.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun talking to you, man.
Yeah.
And to your listeners.
Yeah, because see, part of the Entrepreneur Enclave, we talk about interviewing international, national, regional, and local entrepreneurs. And you are my first international superstar, so you have graced the platform as such. So thank you, man. Thank you. So I put it into the existence. Yes, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Put it into existence. And let me leave this with you and your listeners.
Yes.
Do not put an expiration date on your dream.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Do not put and my thing is now is after we get to, as you said earlier, seasoned, turn your dreams into assignment.
Yes. Wow.
Got that?
Yes.
Turn your dreams into assignment.
Yes.
And meet the assignment.
Yes.
And you're never too old to do that.
Yes.
Just do it in a wheelchair and with a walker to make it happen.
Yes. Yes. Words to live by. Words to live by. Thank you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Listen,
You're welcome.
we're going to stay connected, and man, we may just have to drop in on you periodically to do part one, well, not part one, but part two, part three. Hey, listen, can I put you on the spot and trouble you for a song real quick?
You mother freaker.
Just a few bars of something.
So you're gonna put me on the spot so I can say no, I can't do that at this time, man. You're messed up.
No, you can always say.
Okay. You know what?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me hold you tight, if only for one night. Let me keep you near to ease away your fears. It would be so nice if only for one night. If only for one night. All right.
Brother, thank you. Peace.
Hello?
We're going to talk in a minute.
All right, man.
Yes, I got to end on that note. I can't say no more. Goodbye.
Bye, man. Take care, man.
Yes, sir, man. All right, bye-bye.
That concludes another episode of The Entrepreneurial Enclave with Kevin Wortham, the podcast that focuses on building, maintaining, pivoting, planning, and investing in you, the entrepreneur. We hope you found this episode informative and enlightening. If you have any questions or comments about any of our episodes, please call 609-731-9311 or email kevin@minding-our-business.com. We look forward to joining us for our next one. Until next time.